Good morning. This is the morning message for January the 3rd, 2026, here on Following Him, the Disciple Life. The passage we're going to begin our day with as part of January newness is Genesis 4, verses 6 through 7. So the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? And why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at the door, and its desire is for you, but you should rule over it." As part of talking about newness, behooves us to look at how things were when the world was fairly new. Now, this is going into the history of the world just a little bit. We don't actually know how old Cain was at this point. We don't know, how long it's been since Eden, but we do have this situation where Abel's sacrifice had been accepted, Cain's had not. Abel offered the proper sacrifice, and it'd be probably a whole video to discuss the ins and outs of why that was the case. And Cain did not, and so his sacrifice is not accepted. But here, when it comes to making the right choice, which when we're talking about newness, you're talking about the new year and New Year's resolutions, a big part of that is just making the right choices again in areas where you weren't making the right choices. And here we have Yahweh coming to Cain, advising him, teaching him. God has been teaching since the beginning. And here we have him teaching him that he needs to get control of this thing. And in particular, he is admonishing him in regards to his attitude. Why are you angry? It was his fault. So we need to start with our attitude, with our mentality, and understand that there are things that can get control over us. There at the end of verse 7 where it says, and its desire is for you. One of the ways that could be rendered is its desire is to rule over you, but you should rule over it. In other words, sin, it wants to get control of you. That there are things that if we let them, they'll run our life, rule our lives, and ruin our lives. So this year, get control of it. And it starts by getting control of that attitude. Consider your attitudes throughout today. Start today. And of course, apply it on the other days as well. But start today. Work on those attitudes so that you can rule when other things are trying to rule you, which of course, ultimately, you want to give the rule to Christ. Because he's ruling whether we acknowledge it or not. You have a great rest of the day. Lord willing, be with you here in a few hours with Saturday Salvation, and Shalom.